Also, there might be an old world announcement, right? So we'll get a bunch of absolute cringers in chat arguing about which game is the best. To be ignored as they should. Also, there's some kill team. I mean, look, you have 40k, you got your Horus Heresy. Just so. You have your Age of Sigmar, you got your Warhammer the Old World, you know. Launch box, is it time? Is it finally time for an Old World launch box? I didn't think about, because in my head, the Old World was always something that was 5 years away forever, right? It's just 5 years away forever, but it might come out. When is it? Does it have a date? Do we have a, well, not necessarily a date. Do we have a year? Is it like next year? Is it 2027? People were saying February. Okay. Alright. It's nice to have alternate sculpts from Old World. Yeah. Yeah. It's less nice than having all new sculpts for the armies that are just decomposing in Age of Sigmar. But it's kind of a selfish thing, because I play this game and I don't care about this game, right? So, hear me out. Sigmar Heresy, a game comprised of 20 different storm hosts. Half of them go traitor. Can you think of anything less interesting ever? Now consider for a moment, 40k fan, that's how everyone else who doesn't play 40k, like this is how we look at 40k. It's like, what if there were 12 Stormcast factions and half of them were bad? And there were 20 armies in the game and 12 of them were Stormcast. That's like how we see it across the pond. I say we. Maybe you don't, I don't know, but that's how I kind of look at it. And it seems horrible. But there's a big difference. People, and they vote with their dollar, and they keep winning elections. The people love Space Marines. And their middling don't really care about Stormcast. Which is good. I don't dislike Stormcast. I think Stormcast are cooler than a lot of people think. It's just that they're not that popular, which is a good thing. It brings some much needed humility to a poster child faction when hardly anyone gives a shit about them. I think that's good. It builds character. You play Stormcast and Space Marines, are you the problem? I don't think there is a problem. And so no, because I don't believe it is a problem. You play stuff you like, okay. I don't see a problem with that. And then on the game side of things, Space Marines are super popular, and they won't stop selling. That's only a problem if you play 40k and are like jealous of the attention Space Marines get. And I don't play 40k, so I don't give a fuck. And for Age of Sigmar, you playing Stormcast is like, honestly, a little bit of an underdog take, because they're just not that, you know, they're not like the Space Marine, you know, so I don't see the problem. Space Marines pay for the other factions' releases. I've heard some, honestly, kind of wild-sounding anecdotes, and I can't speak to the authenticity of them. I think they are exaggerated, but the one I heard that's the least likely is the Tactical Marine squad outsells everything else in all of 40k. As a pure, like, profit dollar amount. I don't know if I believe that one. That one sounds pretty extreme to me. But Space Marine sales outsell everything else Games Workshop as a company does. I've heard that one too. I don't know their authenticity, but the fact that I'm not sure if that's true maybe speaks to it. You like playing big dudes? Absolutely based. Shotar 1 says, hey, well, question from a very new player. Ooh, I'm good at these. Should I buy the Slaves to Darkness Christmas box and mix it up with your Bellicor and Realm of Ruin Theorix box that you have that will be an okay list to play with? All right. I got to tell new players the spiel, okay? This is important. And it pertains to life in general. Be a smart shopper. Know what you want and find a way to get it without getting stuff that you end up not really wanting. So I always say, try before you buy. The game's expensive. Takes a long time to paint stuff up. You might as well play with empty bases with your friends or log on to Tabletop Simulator. Just like test it out. See if you like it. And I'm not just talking about the game Age of Sigmar. I'm talking about your army. Or what exactly, is this unit good? Well, the box the unit comes in, $60. Maybe 2 boxes of them for a unit of 10. It's $120. Are you sure that's going to be in your list? Are you sure you're going to play with that or like it? Maybe you are sure. Are you $120 sure? Depends on how much $120 is to you. Now, there are supreme hobbyists, and then there are like gamers, and then everything in between, right? You can be both of these things. If you actually just get home from work every night, and you're just going to chill with your little painting table, and you're going to paint little men and listen to podcasts, and just relax, you know? And maybe you'll get around to playing the game eventually, but you're actually very content. Just relax. Do something creative with your hands in real life that's physically done, and you can see a progression, and you just kind of want to paint stuff. It doesn't particularly matter to you whether you end up using it. It can stay on the shelf for a while. If this is you, if I'm describing you, then you have the most freedom of anyone in the whole world, because it doesn't matter, you know. You just pick the stuff that looks the coolest, which is maybe why you chose Slaves to Darkness in the first place. Everything looks sweet. And off you go. And if you do so at a discount, so be it. Perfect. Big boxes are for you. Alright, chat, time to set you free, just like the spooky, the old spooky Twitch shows. You're all free now. Right. Anyway, this is the advice that I always give 100% of the time to people who want to know if they should buy a discount box, a start collecting box, or a Christmas box, or any box. Right? Big box filled with stuff. Generally, there's like 4 units, maybe 5 units in the box, and one of them is like free. Because it's $200 worth of stuff, and you get it for $150. It's like kind of getting a box free, right? This is common. I had to wait in queue, and now I have to click here, and then I have to click here, and then I have to click here, and then I have to click here, and finally we have gotten to Slaves to Darkness, and now I scroll down and try to find the Christmas box, which just isn't on their website. All right, awesome. Fucking sick. No, maybe it's Vanguard. Is this Vanguard? Is this what you're talking about? I was killing time to try to find it. Does the new shop layout suck? It is terrible. Everyone hates it. I spent the first 10 minutes of the stream complaining about it. Anyway, so here's the box, right? $140. Features Chaos Knights, a Fuck Beast Chariot, looks like Chaos Warriors, and Chaos Lord on foot. Yeah, the Christmas boxes aren't up for pre-order yet, but this is just an example. I give this advice every time someone shows me one of these boxes. If you are going to use everything in the box, it's for your army list. It's obviously a no-brainer, right? Because it's at a discount. Hell yeah, right? If you're going to use all but one thing from the box, then you're apparently buying it at cost. So you're not saving any money necessarily, because you're buying something you don't really want, you know. But if you bought it separately, it would cost the same amount. So I guess you get like, it's kind of nice, you know. So if you're going to use everything, obviously buy. If you're going to use all but one thing, it's sort of like you get an extra unit for free. In which case, you might as well take the bits. You can use them to customize stuff. Or you can build it and then maybe someday it'll be good. It's still a buy, right? But if you're not going to use more than one thing in it, well then it's like when you go to Kohl's and they tell you that you saved $100, but you still spent $200, you know? It doesn't matter how much money you save if you're buying stuff that you don't need. And all of this is probably kind of self-explanatory, but it's illustrative, I think. Because the first step is figuring out what you are going to personally use and play with. And then the second step, only after step one, is looking into ways to buy that, right? And so a lot of people think, and there's nothing wrong with these people, it's actually really legit. In anything else, it wouldn't even be a question. Because, hey, I want to play Age of Sigmar. I want to play Slaves to Darkness. So obviously I just buy the Slaves to Darkness big box, and then I'm good, right? No, it kind of depends. You would think you just buy the bundle. But unfortunately, you know, you got to figure out what you want first. So what was the exact text of the question now that we rolled back around to it? Will it be okay list to play with? That really depends. The Christmas boxes, sorry, I don't have links allowed in chat. Maybe the Christmas boxes are in Giga. Ooh, is it this? Is this it? Hold on. Did we find it? These? No, this isn't. Oh yeah, here we go. This is it, right? Is this good to play with? You got Chaos Knights. Most people seem to be playing Vanguard instead of Knights right now. I don't think it's because Knights are terrible. I just think it's because Vanguard are preferred. They're like the optimal choice over the Knights. Looks like you got a bunch of Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors are great. You got some Chosen. Chosen are great. Honestly, the workhorse of the army, I would say. You have Eternus, who is very much in the optional pet unit category. He used to be straight bad. Now I think he's an optional pet unit. And then you got 3 Ogroid Theridons, who are glass cannon counterchargers that are not particularly popular to play in the army. Because you just can't afford to lose guys. So much of your dudes are big and beefy and just don't die to shit, but also do tons of damage, that you might as well pay the extra and just have guys that are hard to kill. I kind of like them, the Theridons. They do a shitload of damage if they charge something. It's just they die right after that. And so people tend to shy away. I consider them optional. Eternus is better than Unnamed Demonic Mount Lord? Yes, I agree. But that's because, in my opinion, Unnamed Demonic Mount Lord is bad. Literally doesn't do anything, the hero. Unless he becomes a wizard in Ritualist, or whatever the cultist sub-faction is. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this box. Everything in it looks fucking sick. You're gonna have to fall one way or another on some optional suboptimal choices. They're not bad choices, they're just not the optimal, I think. Like Eternus, Knights, and Theridons. If you're gonna use all that, it's a great box. If you care a little more about looking awesome than being awesome, it's a great box. If you play on Tabletop Simulator all the time and you're trying to make the optimal Slaves to Darkness list, which is, there's nothing wrong with doing that, then I would probably not. There's too much in here that isn't optimal. So really, as with all things, it's kind of up to you. Ahem. Let me catch up on chat. Chaotic Mind, first time chatter. And if you just want to paint cool minis and also sometimes want to play Warhammer like games but without the strict rules, what mini to use, you always can play one-page rules. Yeah, you can always not play Age of Sigmar and play some other game. A lot of people get Age of Sigmar models and use them for like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff as like super high quality miniatures for their D&D game, or you know, whatever game you can play with, right? You're gonna use this to push your Vanguard to 2K? The Theridons for life, alright. Dude, Theridons, as much as people like don't tend to play them because, oh, they're glass cannons, they die too easily, stuff like that, dude, 6 of them are terrifying. Yeah, you can kill them on the counter charge, but they're gonna fucking rip and tear when they get that one hit. They do a shitload of damage, actually. They're scary. You just gotta line up a counter charge to be able to kill them all, and you can. But you're gonna pay for it. And also, all the, yeah, as Kahi pointed out, the best delivery systems in Slaves to Darkness are like mounted creature only. So if you don't have mounts, there's no like really great way to shoot them across the table and make sure you get their points worth, you know. Kind of like Gutbusters in that respect. 6 Theridons are lit in your Unites the Slaanesh army. Oof. Then again, I love stuff like that. Hey, big risk, big reward, big damage. Come get it. If you charge me first and my guys die, I deserve it. I should have played better. I'll just roll 6s next time. It's worth it when they get the just blast, you know. People focus on the archers and then boom, Theridons. True, yeah, give them multiple... Make your army be a multiple choice question for your opponent. And none of the above isn't an option, right? It's like, I'm going to be shooting you. You probably don't want to get shot. You probably want to kill my archers. Okay. You will, and they'll die. But that's the whole point about target priority. Whatever you don't kill is, I'm going to try to punish you for not choosing the other thing, right? Only the Myrmidons actually worked with the Theridons, yeah. Yeah, they don't like each other, I guess. Jump Scaradons, yeah, out of nowhere, right? Exactly. Let's see if there are any other questions real quick as I scroll up. Three for Free says, been on a large break from AOS and mostly playing Kill Team. Okay. One of the more popular SKU from the most popular faction that has paid of its molds a few times over already. Yeah, it's not totally, man, that's hard to read. Maybe it means, maybe it's supposed to be sprue and it's a text to speech. Anyway, I tried. The actual jump scare is the Bulgors with Bestial Cunning Doom Bull. I have been on the receiving end of that a few times now. I've played against Beasts of Chaos 3 or 4 times now in tournaments and non-tournaments in 3rd edition. Bulgors with Bestial Cunning Doom Bull, they fucking shred. You look at them and you're like, damn, they got multi-damage weapons and a lot of rend. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about, you see their weapon damage and it's high, and they have rend and stuff, and ooh, okay. Don't worry about it. They won't be rolling that. You will be dead to the mortal wounds that procced off of them even attacking, long before you have to worry about rolling an armor save. Don't worry. These Chaos players have your best interest in mind. They're saving you time. Look, your unit's gonna die anyway. It might as well die before it has to roll anything, right? Them shits will kill Kragnos, like straight up. They might break a sweat, but they'll do it. They are capable of doing it, depending on what resources have been spent throughout that. Ahem. Is that all the Age of Sigomar rules? We did the Armies of Renown thing last time. Did we look at the funny man? Hail to the chief, baby? Yeah, we did. We looked at this guy, and there were no rules, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we looked at the funny man. We did that already. This is the background. We got the pan flutes from the Bard Guild in Kanos. Let's go. You like him because he reminds you of the Sentinels from Nosgoth? Did you look at the definitely more for matched play Christmas Grodd? Yes, I did, Rob. We looked over the Christmas Goblin. Unless there were two. Are there two Christmas Goblins? Is there greater than one? But yeah, we did look at the one. It's... I don't know. I don't even know if I consider it for matched play. It seems like a big, funny silver border magic card kind of meme. It has a 2-up once a game, pretty strong ability against high model count armies, I guess, kind of, but even still, I kind of... It's fine. Do they list the points anywhere? Great question. No. Therefore, it is just for funsies. I mean... Maybe there's points on the app or something like that, but usually they put them down here, so... I think this mystery is solved. It's for funsies. It's for fun. The ability isn't, like, crazy anyway. Don't worry about it.